Hey friends, welcome into TexAgs Rewind, presented by our good friends at Specs. The Fan Show guys are here and Schoonover. Brownie, your favorite part of the show?
Always the Fan Show. We're awesome.
I don't know if they made the cut, to be honest.
I don't care. We're
It
awesome.
did make the cut. Nick already said it. Oh, God.
Boy, Nick.
Way to go.
All you do is bribe him with stuff, and he's on your side.
I'll give McGee the props today. Always enjoyed the segment.
That made the rewind as well.
Coach Moffitt.
That made the rewind as well.
Let's go. 3 for 3.
Schoon, come on.
Coach Moffitt. I love it.
You can't do the same.
Okay, I'll do AT and Torres.
Did not make the. You ruined the game. Game's over.
Unbelievable.
Please do me a favor. Watch the rewind. You're already watching it, so just continue. Bye.
How do you beat A&M? Well, you got to run the football, and you got to win the turnover battle.
And they can run the football.
And so that, look, I agree with Olin. We should beat Missouri. I'm not trying to make them.
And
all
they're probably
worlds.
on their backup quarterback.
They are.
Which
Is it official that he's out?
Yeah.
But does that really Bo Probola was basically a how do you say it?
Privula.
Privula?
Or as Billy says,
Pribula.
Privula.
Is that a good tattoo? Can we get Privula? How much more for that? Okay, sorry.
We already got Catalyst.
Yeah, Catalyst got it. All right. So he's okay. He's an athletic guy. I think that's the one thing that he does do that the new guy doesn't. But the new guy can throw it.
He can throw it.
And so I don't really view that as.
But to me, if you're a backup and you haven't had the reps, and
Well,
you're
even
taking on a top defense,
Isn't there a reason that he was the backup and not the starter?
It's a good point. I mean,
well,
he's a
NIL
young
may
guy.
play a part of it too.
He's a young guy, but sometimes these young guys can become better players quicker than a coach can think too.
That's true. You did.
I did not. I was never that guy.
I hardly even noticed that Reggie McNeil wasn't out there.
Oh yeah, really?
Other than he was taller.
I know you're my friend and everything, but you don't need to do that. No one's buying that.
How about our quarterback, Marcel Reed, who really, I think I've watched, you understand the quarterback position way more than I ever will, but what I've watched is a guy that in the beginning missed some throws, but was good. Now he's not missing as many throws. He's also going through more reads. He's just a lot more confident at the position, and I thought he was pretty confident when he started.
I think he's been confident the whole time. I think that's one of the strengths is, and I'm not in the huddle with him, but he seems to be a guy that's very charismatic, and that guys elevate around him. And a lot of people don't talk about that part of his game. Look, I think he's a very, very, very good college football player. I think this team is where they are because of great quarterback play. We talked about this going into the year. I mean, I was thinking 7.5, 8 wins at most for this football team. They're already at 8 wins. And I also said that if they were going to exceed that, it would have to be because of elite quarterback play. So I can't sit up here and say anything other than I get it. We've had other positions step up and be good. Defense is a lot better than we thought. Running back, wide receivers are a lot better than we thought. Whatever. At the end of the day, you can't win at this level without an elite quarterback. And so he deserves a lot of credit.
It's been a good 8 weeks, huh?
Yeah, things are going well.
Yeah. So let's talk first off about what I don't know if the emotions or just the last 7 to 10 days have been like for you, considering who we just beat, your old team, and moving ahead.
Yeah. So going into the week, it's pretty hectic. When you get into the in-season grind, for the lack of a better term, when you get into that, things come at you real fast, and you go from one team to another. So going into it, it was pretty hectic, and we didn't have a lot of time to really think about it. And I thought the most important thing for me to do for our players was to handle it as best I could, as if it was just another opponent, because it wasn't about me. It was about Texas A&M and the Aggies, and if the game went like I thought it was going to go, then all of that other stuff would be lanyard, and so that's the way it turned out, and it's been awesome.
I was going to say, one of the things that we were told about you when you got here, and we talked to T-Bob and several other guys that know you well, is you're going to be a strong team in the fourth quarter. And since you've been there, I feel like the script has been flipped, right?
Yeah.
A&M is the physical team that dictates the tempo in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Where did that come from you? That kind of mindset in the gym that translates to the field?
Yeah. Well, a lot of it has to do with actually playing the football game, and I didn't play at a level like this, but having played collegiate football, that's important. And then working for Nick Saban, someone who was a big influence in my career, He emphasized that as well. So a lot of it comes naturally from having played the game and actually coached football myself when I first started coaching. So, yeah, it just comes from past experiences and working for Coach Saban.
Was it weird walking into that stadium as the opponent?
It wasn't because I had prepared myself for it.
Sure. What a thorough beatdown on Saturday.
Yeah, never thought I'd see it like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know just myself, or everybody for that matter, right? We all know who LSU is, and throughout my time here in College Station, and through college football in general, LSU's always been a powerhouse, right? And then to go into their place on Saturday night and put up 49 points, they just beat the ever-living snot out of them. And if you just look at the numbers, right, we had 24 first downs to their 18 first downs. Just look at the overall yards. We had 426 to 278. Passing was even, right, 202 for us, 218 for them. And rushing, we were 224 to their 60. I mean, it's just a total. And their quarterback threw the ball, I think, 12 more times than ours, right?
He threw 35 times, and Marcel threw it 21.
Yeah. My math is off a little bit, but you'll excuse me for that.
Right.
But it was a beatdown. I mean, and I think that I think Marcel's stock just went through the roof, right? Because there's different pieces to everybody's game going through every season, especially because he's still young. There's different pieces that everybody's still not sure about, but when you watch him in that game, I mean, he was in command of that game. And I think that game is a credit to the offensive coaches, the coordinator on offense, as well. For this reason, he does enough stuff. He does personnel groups, right? He comes in, he has 12 personnel. It's just not him running around doing read run stuff. That is a huge part of it, and he was the leading rusher for us in that game. And his rushing yards are a huge part of their success. But having said that, we do enough stuff. There's enough balance on offense where we run the ball, we throw the ball. We have 12 personnel. We have 12 heavy personnel. We have 11. Obviously, 11 personnel is going to be the go-to, right? Because you have 7 and 1 on the field at the same time.
So I made a bad pick last week, but it was kind of in the right area. I said E.J. Smith was going to break out. I thought he'd earned a lot of snaps. Now, there was somebody else in that running back room. Jamari Morrow is absolutely fascinating to watch, knowing that he's a freshman, watching him participate in this offense, because freshman running backs aren't generally played a lot. They get a little bit of mop-up time. You don't trust them in important spots. And this kid, just for whatever reason, has decided to not be a freshman. And I think you can attribute that direct line to Tommy Moffitt. And another thing on my mind is Tommy Moffitt, we should have had an extension waiting for him in the locker room. Retain that man at all costs. But to see Morrow play, run the ball well, catch out of the backfield, and it's just adding yet another. Man, look at all those empty stands back there. But it just to see this depth that we have with this team, Ashton Bethel-Roman, like you said, or Ashton Bethel-Roman, to see him come out, because we heard everything about him in camp, and then all of a sudden it's Concepcion and Craver, the show, right? It's been all season. But to see him come in and contribute with just a circus catch, but be involved in the offense, know that we have multiple tight ends, we have multiple running backs. Dude, this is a freight train coming down the tracks, man, like offensively. It really is. And the third quarter, we've been saying this all year. Man, if they could just put it all together for one game. Well, I don't know about for one game, but for one quarter, that was about as good as it gets. Offense, defense, special teams, that is as good as it gets. And you talk about, you can break any team's soul in the nation. You do that in one quarter, especially coming out of the locker room and start it off, because we haven't seen a lot on offense. But what does Bussy do to start the half off? A huge return to put us in great field position, still contributing. These guys play for each other. You see them on the sidelines. This is just a different program.
All right, let's see. Let's have Scoot over to it, or what do you think? You look like you're about to have an opinion.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can,
Okay,
Scoot Browning have an opinion?
I want you to close it out, but I want you to talk about a Heisman campaign for Marcel Reed somewhere in there. Go.
Like, comment, subscribe, and watch how Marcel Reed.
I got him. I think I got him.
Oh, you got me.
Okay, Browning.
Hey,
Just watch Marcel Reed make his way to New York City. That's all we want to see.
That's it. That's great. We'll see you next time.
Downtown Athletic Club.
See, if you turn on your notifications, you'll know when Marcel Reed highlights come up.
Good point.
Good luck in the beer blind.
Turn
for
off
all
your
those who
ESPN
partake.
ones. Just have the TexAgs one. See you then. Bye.
That was good.